Dear President McKay, we are a small group of 40 who meet weekly to study the teachings of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We have several pieces of church literature, including 2 copies of the Book of Mormon. Through the power of the Holy Ghost, we know of the truthfulness of the restoration of the gospel of Jesus Christ through the prophet Joseph Smith. And we look forward to your sending to us missionaries to help us understand the church better. For it is our burning desire to live by the faith of this church in order to attain its standards. We thank you, our loving President, for assisting us to come nearer to the living fountain to drink from the waters of life. May God richly bless you and your counselors. I remain yours in the restored gospel of Christ. Joseph W. B. Johnson.
June 24, 1964. Dear Brother Johnson, I have studied your letter with deep interest and commend you and the members of your group for your faithfulness and your desire to receive the missionaries. Brother Johnson, we support you in your efforts to study and live the principles of the gospel of Jesus Christ. But it is not yet time for us to send missionaries to Ghana. We encourage you to continue your study of the scriptures and to wait patiently until we come to Africa. I hope the enclosed books and literature will be helpful. May the Lord continue to bless and sustain you. Sincerely, your brother, David O. McKay.
The question of extending the blessings of the priesthood to those then under restriction had been on the minds of many of the brethren over a period of years. It had repeatedly been brought up by presidents of the church. It had become a matter of particular concern to President Kimball. Over a considerable period of time, he had prayed concerning this serious and difficult question. He had spent many hours in that upper room in the temple by himself in prayer and meditation. On this question, he raised the question before his brethren, his counselors, and the apostles. Following this discussion, we joined in prayer in the most sacred of circumstances. President Kimball himself was voice in that prayer. I do not recall the exact words which he spoke, but I do recall my own feelings and the nature of the expressions of my brethren. There was a hallowed and sanctified atmosphere in the room. For me, it felt as if a conduit opened between the heavenly throne and the kneeling, pleading prophet of God who was joined by his brethren. The Spirit of God was there. And by the power of the Holy Ghost, there came to that prophet an assurance that the thing for which he prayed was right, that the time had come, and that now the wondrous blessings of the priesthood should be extended to worthy men everywhere, regardless of lineage. Every man in that circle, by the power of the Holy Ghost, knew the same thing. It was a quiet and sublime occasion. It was for us, at least for me personally, as I imagine it was with Enos, who said concerning his remarkable experience, quote, "And while I was thus struggling in the Spirit, behold, the voice of the Lord came into my mind." So it was on that memorable June 1, 1978.
I returned home late one night, feeling very discouraged. After a few minutes, I felt impressed to listen to the radio. It had been several years since I have tuned into the British Broadcasting Corporation on my shortwave set. It took almost an hour to find the station.
From the United States,
I
in
finally
Salt Lake City,
found it
Utah,
at midnight.
in a news release from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons. Church President Spencer W. Kimball announced to worldwide membership that the priesthood will now be extended to all worthy males. This means that the black members of the church, previously denied the opportunity of performing church ordinances, will now be able to participate in all church programs. Unanimously supported by the church's 12 apostles, the policy is effective immediately.
The forecast, showers and thunderstorms today with strong winds winds to 37 miles per hour. We'll have a high of 59 degrees with temperatures dropping rapidly towards the sea.
Tremendous eternal consequences for millions over the earth are flowing from that manifestation. This is but the beginning of greater things to come, as the truth of the restored gospel covers the earth as the waters cover the mighty deep.